arrest me.
I don't want. Okay, I don't want us to have.
I told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this or promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
A very pleasant evening to you, and thank you for joining us on BTV Major News at 6. My name is Temisokwe Oluwafemi. And now to the news in details. In a significant move to promote public health and improve the standard of meat production in Edo State, the Honorable Member representing Oredo Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Engineer Esosa Iyawe, has rehabilitated the Sonny Omokaro Abattoir located along Ogiso Road, Ikpoba Slope, Benin City, Edo State. BTV News' Temitokwe Oluwafemi reports that the project was executed through the Federal Ministry of Livestock as part of efforts to ensure the availability of clean, healthy, and hygienically processed livestock products for residents of the state. BTV News senior reporter Best Orator presents the report.
The commissioning ceremony, which was well attended by butchers, community members, union leaders, and other stakeholders in the livestock value chain, marked a new chapter for the popular abattoir, which serves as a major hub for meat processing and distribution within Ikpoba Slope, Oedo, and adjoining communities. The facility, widely known as a household name among traders and consumers in the area, has for years played a critical role in supplying meat to thousands of households and businesses. Speaking at the event, the member representing Oedo Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Engineer Sosa Iyawe, explained that the intervention was motivated by his position as the Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Livestock at the National Assembly. According to him, the position affords him the opportunity to attract developmental interventions to critical facilities within the livestock sector across the country. He noted that Sonny Omokaro Abattoir was deliberately selected for rehabilitation because of its strategic importance and the value of daily economic activities. Honorable Yahweh disclosed that the rehabilitation was not part of the constituency project, but rather an intervention facilitated through the Ministry of Livestock. He added that the project aligns with the federal government's broader agenda to strengthen food security, improve public health standards, and enhance the livelihoods of those engaged in the livestock business. He further stated that similar renovations will be extended to other abattoirs within and beyond Edo State in due course.
I have some privileges to get some abattoirs renovated, and I had to deem it fit that Sonny Omokaro Abattoir is a household name in the Ikpoba Slope and Oredo environment for the business, that I put and innovate his abattoir by putting a workable, usable toilet, bathroom, solar borehole, generator, and some other amenities.
The lawmaker outlined key facilities provided at the newly renovated abattoir, including a solar power light, fully functional borehole to ensure constant access to clean water, newly constructed bathrooms and toilet facility to improve sanitation, as well as a standby generator to guarantee uninterrupted operations. He emphasized that these amenities were put in place to address long-standing infrastructural challenges faced by butchers and traders at the abattoir, while also ensuring that meat processing is carried out in a clean and hygienic environment. According to Honorable Engineer Yahweh, The intervention is in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, particularly in the area of reducing food inflation and improving access to affordable and safe food for Nigerians. He noted that by enhancing facilities at key abattoirs, the cost of meat production and distribution could be reduced, which in turn would help stabilize the prices of meat and other livestock products. He urged the management and staff of the abattoir to make judicious use of the facilities, maintain them properly, and increase their level of production to meet growing demand while adhering strictly to hygienic standards.
When, abattoir is a livestock business, and it's part of the agriculture ministry. So this is at least it's the part of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President that the food inflation is reduced. So at least if we vie into the livestock industry, even promote the business in Benin, get more farmers to veer into ranching or habitable livestock, we will definitely get food consumables reduced in Edo State and Oredo in particular.
Responding, the national chairman of the National Butchers Employers of Nigeria and owner of the renovated abattoir, Mr. Sonny Omokao, expressed deep appreciation to Honorable Engineer Sosa Yahweh for what he described as a rare and thoughtful intervention in the sector. He stated that for the first time, a government official had shown genuine concern for the welfare and working conditions of butchers. According to him, the renovation of the abattoir represents a major boost to the morale of those in the trade and demonstrates recognition of the important role they play in food supply and public health. Mr. Mokau assured the lawmaker and the general public that the facility will be properly maintained and used responsibly. He stressed that the focus of the abattoir goes beyond merely supplying meat to the public, but also ensuring that the meat provided is clean, safe, and hygienic for consumption. He further pledged that any form of unhygienic practice will not be tolerated within the facility, adding that strict measures will be put in place to maintain high standards of cleanliness and sanitation.
Well, this facility is from the Ministry of Livestock. I will assure him that we'll make good use of it. We'll maintain it. And it's not just about providing meat for the public, hygienic meat. Anything that will not make meat to be hygienic will not be seen in this environment. This toilet that is not in any other place is here now. Bathroom that's not in other place is here now. See, we have constant water. Whether there is light, there is no light, this is a solar borehole. It works 24 hours of the day. So kudos to the Honorable. I can assure you that we'll maintain this facility.
Also speaking at the event, Pastor Ikmongosa Orwe, the chief whip of the union, commended Honorable Engineer Sosa Yahweh for the renovation of the abattoir. He described the intervention as timely and impactful, noting that it will significantly improve the working conditions of butchers while also protecting public health.
New vision. So we have not seen it before. So we want to say thank you to who have initiated, Honorable Sosa Yahweh. So we give thanks to him. And as our national chairman have said, we will make judicious use of the facilities.
The rehabilitation of the Sonny Omokao abattoir is expected to enhance hygiene standards, improve operational efficiency, and strengthen confidence among consumers regarding the safety of meat in Edo State. Stakeholders at the event expressed optimism that the intervention will contribute to improve public health outcomes, economic growth within the livestock sector, and the overall realization of government policies aimed at food security and sustainable development. Best Orator reporting for BTV News.
The Edo State Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability, Honorable Barrister Nusa Adams, has visited Edo North Senatorial District to sensitize members of the Association of Miners and Quarry Operators on newly enacted environmental laws on pollution and environmental degradation. BTV News senior reporter Best Orator reports that the commissioner was accompanied on the visit by directors in the ministry. The report.
During the engagement, the Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability in Edo State, Honorable Barrister Nusa Adams, outlined key provisions of the law and warned of penalties for non-compliance. He urged operators to work with the Edo State government to achieve the Shine agenda, stressing that environmental compliance is mandatory for all mining activities.
No doubt they are creating employment and contributing to support the Shine agenda of His Excellency, the Governor of the state. Our main concern is the environmental situation under which they operate. If it's in conformity with the law, and also to be sure that there is compliance with the provisions that has to do with remediation and pollution, because the Shine agenda of the governor is geared towards providing the basic needs of the citizens of Edo State.
Honorable Barrister Nusa Adams also inspected selected mining sites where he expressed concern over poor safety policies. He revealed that about 98% of workers were not using required safety equipment and directed operators to take immediate corrective measures to protect workers and the environment. Following the inspection, affected facilities were issued demand notices for remediation and pollution levies in line with the state's environmental, pollution and waste management laws.
We have inspected some of the factories, the one we have seen so far. We are not impressed with the environmental situation as well. Basically, there is no BPA in most of the facilities in this state. And the air pollution level is very, very appalling. And some of them were not able to show us audit report for last year. And above all, the environmental situation generally in the factories we have visited is very, very appalling and unacceptable. What we are going to do, some of them, that is a very serious violator, we will issue them notice to come and show cause why legal action will not be taken against them.
In his remarks, the chairman of the Miners Association, Engineer Fatai Jimo, welcomed the commissioner and his team. He expressed support for the sensitization exercise and appealed to Edo State government to consider the challenges facing mining operators in the state. The Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability, Honorable Barrister Nusa Adams, warned that facilities without valid permits, with high pollution levels or lacking environmental audit reports risk legal action, including possible closure. Best Orator reporting for Beetv News.
A charged political atmosphere was witnessed in the recent empowerment program organized by Honorable Pius Alile as the youth under the umbrella of National Eye for Equity and Development staged a show of support where they called on the philanthropists to contest for the House of Representatives seat for Ego and Ikbobawaka Federal Constituency come 2027. Beetv News' Kate Oworidowo reports that the youth hinged their call on the sagacity, competence and leadership qualities that Alile has displayed over the years. Let's join Beetv News' Favor Kolawole for details.
The empowerment program, which was used for the distribution of financial grants to small-scale business owners in Benin City, transformed into a show of solidarity for Honorable Pius Alile as enthusiastic youth hailed him, calling him the game-changer of Edo politics, a philanthropist par excellence. They called on Honorable Pius Alile to run for the 2027 general election into the House of Representatives for Ego and Ikbobawaka Federal Constituency. Speaking on behalf of the youth wing, Prince Jude Iguma Eweka delivered a stirring address that captured the mood of the younger generation. He issued a bold ultimatum to political leaders, stating that the youth are no longer interested in empty promises. Prince Eweka highlighted Honorable Alile's selfless dedication to community development, noting that he has consistently allocated his personal resources and salary from administrative roles to support various initiatives, which earns him the title of Man of the People. He cited Alile's notable contribution, including support for farmers, students, and infrastructure development such as water systems.
There is no other person we want for that position. It's Alile. Any other person, part of Alile will not do anything.
The Need Group stressed that Edo State's progress depends on leaders who have proven their capability without relying on public funds. They contended that Honorable Pius Alile's achievement as a private citizen and now Deputy Chief of Staff to the governor is a statement to his exceptional capacity, and that his election into the House of Representatives, if given the APC ticket, would usher in a new era of transformative leadership. By leveraging his experience and resources, Alile, according to them, would be well positioned to drive meaningful change and deliver tangible benefits to the constituents, ultimately unlocking new opportunities for growth and development.
Responding to the call for him to contest the 2027 House of Representatives election into a Gwanipoboha federal constituency, while speaking in an interview, Honorable Pius Alile stated that he is giving serious consideration to the youth's call for him to contest and is consulting with his party, the APC, a leading political force in Edo State and Nigeria. He emphasized his loyalty to the party, describing himself as a fulfilled individual whose views to represent the people is a privilege. Honorable Pius Alile indicated that he will abide by party decision, highlighting his commitment to serve the people if given the party's ticket.
Do you know that our party is a leadership party? You have the governor, His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo. You have the leadership of the party. They will decide, and whatever they decide, I follow. I'm a loyal party man. I don't put the roof down because I'm not giving tickets. I'm already a fulfilled man. I'm a happy man. So, for me, representing the people is just a privilege. So it's not an issue to me. I'm a very happy man.
His impact, they said, would be felt across various sectors, from education and healthcare to infrastructure development, and would set a new standard for effective representation in the state. The event concluded on a high note with celebratory song underscoring a swelling popular support, urging Honorable Pius Alile to contest in the upcoming elections. Favour Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
Prince Lucky Arebu, an aspirant seeking to represent Asan Northeast Constituency 2 at the Edo State House of Assembly, has formally declared his intention to contest the forthcoming elections. He made his decision known when he met with leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC in Asan Northeast local government area of the state. Beetv News senior reporter Best Orator has details. The Edo Task Force from the State Ministry of Transportation on Tuesday continued the enforcement on the ban on illegal activities of commercial drivers operating at the King Square, known as Ring Road in Benin City. Beetv News' Precious Agbanlaho reports that one day after the enforcement, the task force stationed at various spots to prevent picking and discharging of passengers. The report.
On the day 2 of the enforcement and evacuation of illegal roadside commercial drivers along the road at the King Square, which began on Monday, the task force team returned to the city center on Tuesday to ensure that motorists to designated car parks to operate. The team's ongoing operation to clear illegal roadside parking has drawn praise from residents, as the move highlights the desire for a cleaner, more organized environment for everyone. Residents who commented on the development described it as a good development and expressed the hope that it will be sustained. They noted that the Central Park was not built for only a few motorists, but for the benefit of everyone. They said the Central Park is a designated place for commercial drivers to operate.
I think it's a good development, and I just pray it should be sustainable, because we know things like this have happened in the past, and we normally call it initial gagra. You see the task force working 1 week, 2 weeks, the third week you will not see them again. Instead of you even seeing them, they will not be the one escorting the driver to the King Square, collecting money for them, and habiting them to load in the center of the King Square. So it's really not encouraging when you see something like that. But if this thing is sustainable, if it continue like this, it's a welcome development, and we ensure that the city is being kept because I see no reason why they will build a central park for bus to be loading, and at the end they are not making use of it. It looks as if it's a waste of resources. So I just pray that this thing should be sustainable and should continue like this.
Others who spoke also commended the initiative, saying the city center should be kept clean and that indiscriminate trading or parking and discharging of passengers should not be allowed.
It's a welcome development in as much as the government can maintain what they are doing over time. Just the way that when the governor then, Oshomole's administration banned the use of keke and motorbikes on this road. They stopped because they made sure that it was enforced.
It's a welcome development. The city center is supposed to be a clean place. People coming to town, get to the city center, your place is, very rough. People are trading on the road, women trading on the, on the walkways. It's not supposed to be. The city center should be clean. The way they are keeping it now, I wish they will continue. People should go to park and load and let the city center be free. This place, cars should move freely. It's a good welcome development. I like it.
It is, however, hoped that the task force continue to ensure that motorists comply with the rules. Precious Agbalaho reporting for Beetv News.
The safety of sachet water has been compromised by poor storage, weak oversight, and inadequate factory maintenance. Beetv News' Precious Agbonlahor reports that residents have called for stricter monitoring to ensure proper maintenance of sachet water factories. The report.
Sachet water, commonly known in Nigeria as pure water, is one of the most widely consumed sources of drinking water, especially in areas with limited access to potable water. However, despite its high consumption rate, significant safety concerns persist due to poor production practice and weak regulatory oversight. These issues pose public health risks, including waterborne disease and potential long-term chemical toxicity. Residents who spoke attributed the cause to the poor storing of water either at home or the factory where they are produced.
If you store water in a smelling environment, water is very sensitive in nature, so it's adapted to the smell of the environment. So if you store your water in a clean and dry place, it's going to be good also for everybody.
Others said another reason is poor monitoring by those responsible for oversight. They emphasized that anyone intending to open a factory should first ensure that essential maintenance measures are in place and that the person in charge are qualified.
For someone to open a pure water factory, of which you know that such thing is for public consumption, you ought to have known that you put all the things, the facilities, the machinery, all what it takes to make a clean pure water for the public to consume. So I feel that such people should be arrested, because actually when you take in something that is not good into your system, at the end of the day you end up in the hospital. My advice is that the government should put all the measures and all the things in place to make sure that they checkmate people that are doing this pure water, that whatever they are using that are in place.
Water is hazardous to us, and you can see that the environment, they should take care of the environment.
Residents agree that ensuring the safety of sachet water requires both strict regulatory enforcement and responsibility practice at the production and household levels. It's important. Proper storage, qualified management, and regular maintenance are critical steps towards safeguarding public health and preventing waterborne diseases. Precious Agbalaho reporting for Beetv News.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has continued to generate mixed reactions among users as people express different views on its impact on the workforce, society, and daily life, with opinions ranging from concern over job losses and automaton to optimism to improve productivity, efficiency, and overall human development. The report.
At the meeting,
Yeah. Okay. So number 10. The federal government has arraigned 9 suspects from Justice Joyce Abdulmalik of the Federal High Court in Abuja. The suspects are facing a 57-count amended charge related to the killings in Yewata community, Guma local government area of Benue State, where about 150 people were reportedly killed in an attack on June 13, 2025. The report.
You see leaders for
And let's take this one and explain. Okay, roll up. The World Health Organization, WHO, has appealed for $1 billion to address health crisis in 2026 across the 36 most severe humanitarian emergencies, including Gaza, Sudan, Haiti, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The agency estimates that 239 million people will need urgent humanitarian assistance with funds aimed at maintaining essential health services. WHO Health Emergencies Chief Chiwe Ihezwegu highlighted that 250 million people are living through crises that deny them safety, shelter, and health care, and that needs are rising due to injuries, disease outbreak, malnutrition, and untreated chronic illnesses. The appeal is lower than previous years due to a global funding crunch worsened by cuts in U.S. foreign aid. In 2025, only $900 million of a $1.5 billion request was made available. WHO is prioritizing high-impact services and scaling back lower-impact activities to save more lives. Funding shortfalls previously forced 6,700 health facilities in 22 countries to close or reduce services affecting 53 million people. Iyewezu stressed the urgent need for international support to prevent families from having to choose between food or medicine. Justice Emmanuel Sibilim of the National Industrial Court has issued an interim order restraining the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), the Trade Union Congress (TUC), and 3 individuals from embarking on any form of industrial action or protest against the country. The 3 individuals restrained by the court are Benson Upa, General N.A. Toro, and Stephen Kanabai. The report.
The order follows an ex parte application filed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory and the FCTA aimed at preventing a planned mass protest in Abuja. The motion ex parte was drawn from a suit filed by Senior Advocate of Nigeria James Onoja, SAN, on behalf of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nwesom Wike, and the FCT Administration, FCTA. The claimant told the court that the chairman of the FCT Council had sent mobilization messages to members and affiliated unions calling for a mass protest scheduled for 3rd February. An action the claimant argued violated existing court orders. They also informed the court that following a previous ruling on 27 January, the court order was served on the defendants the same day. Despite this, the NLC and TUC issued a joint statement directing affiliated unions to intensify and sustain the strike. Citing an appeal filed by their counsel, Femi Falana, SAN, against an interlocutory ruling, the Joint Union Action Committee subsequently issued a circular directing employees to continue the industrial action. After hearing the claimant, Justice Emmanuel Sibilim granted an interim order restraining the 1st to 5th respondents and their agents or privates from embarking on any strike or protest pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. The court also ordered the 5th to 9th defendants, who are security agencies, to ensure there is no breakdown of law and order in the Federal Capital Territory.
The court, in its wisdom, has given an order restraining the NLC, trade union, and all the labor unions from embarking on strike in violation of the prior court order, and then also directing the security agencies, the police, the FCT, Inspector General of Police, the Civil Defense, and DSS to ensure that the order of court is complied with, because we are in a constitutional democracy. We are operated by the rule of law. Labor unions are organizations registered under the Trade Union Act. They are bound to obey the court. They are bound to obey the directives of the court, to obey the constitution of this country, and I advise them to comply with this order of court for the purpose of industrial peace and harmony.
Meanwhile, the court has adjourned the matter until 10th February for the hearing of the motion on notice. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, says Nigeria's participation in international peace operation goes beyond a call to duty, describing it as a firm commitment to promoting lasting peace, particularly across Africa. He made the statement at the opening of a 2-day symposium organized by the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. The symposium is themed "The Nigerian Police Force and the Peace Process in Africa." The report.
The auditorium of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs was filled with senior professors, fellows of the institute, and other distinguished guests. 2 panel sessions were scheduled, both examining the role of Nigerian police force in international and regional peacekeeping missions. Some participants said that, despite its challenges, the Nigerian police force has earned commendation for its conduct and performance during peacekeeping operations. The Director General of the Institute said that plans are ongoing to strengthen collaboration with the police, including the establishment of an international center for peacekeeping and police affairs.
That have been boiling points in the world, including Haiti. The Nigerian police has been there, doing things in furtherance of the pursuit of international peace, security, and prosperity. Police needs to build capacity, which costs money. Police has to have the best forensic labs in the world, and they have to have it sustainably all around.
In his paper titled "The Nigerian Police and 6 Decades of Peacekeeping," the Inspector General of Police said that after more than 60 years of consistent engagement, the true impact of peacekeeping efforts is often not fully captured in official reports.
Peacekeeping has never been a peripheral undertaking. It's a core expression of our commitment to international solidarity and responsible global citizenship. For the Nigerian Police Force, it represents a professional vocation sustained over 6 decades of consistent engagement.
The police boss later visited Control Center 5, Federal Ministry of Works. At the center, the Commissioner of Police explained its operation. The Inspector General of Police was also taken to the jetty that supports the operation of the control center.
We are a progressive institution. We are committed to constantly improving on our delivery.
For the Inspector General of Police, ensuring that the Nigerian police force is better positioned to deliver effective service remains a top priority. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
The federal government has announced a new framework to end the practice of bearing electricity subsidy cost alone, with plans to distribute the burden among federal, state, and local governments starting in 2026. The Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation, Taminu Yakubu, disclosed this during a workshop in Abuja on the 2026 post-budget preparation process, explaining that the directive follows concerns over hidden liabilities and recurrent crisis in the power sector. The report.
Under the new policy, electricity subsidy costs will be made explicit, properly tracked, and clearly funded to prevent arrears and liquidity problems in the electricity market. Any trial of government that introduces affordability intervention will be required to take responsibility for its share of the refunding. The initiative is intended to align incentives across all levels of government, promote efficiency in the power sector, and encourage cost-reflective pricing alongside targeted support for vulnerable citizens. Yakubu also stated that the 2026 budget represents a departure from rollover budgeting and fragmented project planning, which have weakened accountability and execution in the past. The new budget structure will operate as a single, unified implementation framework, consolidating government commitment into one visible project pipeline. This approach is expected to improve prioritization, strengthen financial control, reduce duplication, and enhance overall delivery of government programs. The United Arab Emirates has identified Nigeria as a key destination for large-scale investment across sectors such as agriculture, technology, infrastructure, mining, and trade, noting that Gulf investments are still limited in Africa's largest economy. Speaking at the Investopia Africa event in Lagos, United Arab Emirates Investment Minister Mohammed Al-Suwaidai said opportunities in Nigeria could attract investment worth hundreds of millions to several billions of dollars, depending on regulatory clarity and strong local partnership. He highlighted agriculture and infrastructure as priority areas, while noting that non-oil trade between the United Arab Emirates and Nigeria reached $4.3 billion in 2025. The naira strengthened against the US dollar in the final week of January 2026, appreciating by 2.47% in the official foreign exchange market to close at 1,386.55 naira to dollar, supported by improved FX liquidity and relative market stability. Analysts attributed the gains to steady oil receipts, stronger non-oil inflows, rising external reserves, the minimal central bank intervention, similar appreciation recorded in the parallel market. While experts project modest gains and broad stability in February, concerns over new tax laws have increased dollar demand in the parallel market as individuals convert naira to dollars to hedge against uncertainty, though this pressure is expected to ease with clearer policy direction. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
The Thai military says it has recovered extensive evidence linked to transnational fraud after seizing a suspected scam compound in Cambodia during clashes last year along the two countries' disputed border. The report.
According to the military, the materials were obtained when Thai force gained access to the compound amid cross-border tensions that fled into armed confrontation in the border area. The site was believed to be part of a wide network used to run online scam operations, targeting victims across multiple countries. Military officials said the recovered evidence included digital device, documents, and operational records, allegedly showing how the scam network recruited workers, laundering money, and coordinating activities across borders. Some of the data is said to contain transition trails, scripts used by scammers, and contact lists that may link the operation to the other fraud hubs in the region. The Thai military described the discovery as a major breakthrough in efforts to dismantle organized cybercrime syndicates operating along Paro's border areas. Officials said the evidence is being analyzed and will be shared with relevant law enforcement agencies to support ongoing investigation into online fraud, human trafficking, and related financial crimes. The compound was seized during clash last year between Thai and Cambodia folks, which erupted over competing claims in a disrupted border zone. While the situation later escalated through diplomatic and military channels, both sides have continued to accuse criminal groups of exploiting the remote border regions to carry out illegal activities. Thai authorities said the finding underscored long-standing concerns that scam operations have flourished in parts of Cambodia near the border, often relying on foreign workers who are traffickers or coined into running fraudulent schemes. There was no immediate response from Cambodia officials to the Thai military's latest statements. In the past, Cambodia authorities have said they are committed to cracking down online scammers and have carried out raids on suspected fraud centers within the territory. The Thai military said further details will be released as investigations progress and stressed the need for stronger regional cooperation to combat traditional cybercrimes network operating in Southeast Asia. Precious Agbolaho reporting for Beetv News.
And now to the entertainment world. Popular Nigerian pastor and relationship coach Kingsley Okonkwo has opined that there is no biblical scripture that expressly forbids Christians from having tattoos. This comes after a video trended showing him getting a tattoo drawn on his hand. Speaking during a recent interview, the clergyman argued that many beliefs around tattoos are based on personal convictions, church doctrines, or individual interpretations rather than clear
personal or denominational preferences on other under the guise of spirituality. According to Pastor Okonkwo, Christians should be guided by their personal walk with Christ and an understanding of God's word rather than public opinion or religious pressure. He challenged critics to provide both spiritual and scientific evidence proving that tattoos are inherently wrong or spiritually harmful. He further noted that while many people are quick to condemn tattoos, few can clearly explain why they are considered sinful, stressing that shouting religious sentiments without clarity does not align with proper Christian teaching. In another development, popular TikToker Jarvis flaunts her mystery man months after dumping her ex-boyfriend and colleague Pella. It would be recalled that the duo had gone their separate ways in December 2025, a drama which had followed Pella ramming his car on the road in an act many had opined to be suicidal. During their recent chat, Jarvis had informed Pella that she now has a new man whom she is keeping off the camera, at least for now. In a recent video she shared online, Jarvis was seen dancing with her new man who was covered in a towel to hide his identity. Apparently, the new couple, before becoming a film and TV icon, memorably portraying two of cinema's most beloved mothers, Delia deaths in Beetlejuice 2024 and a frantic yet heartfelt mom in Home Alone 1990 and It 1992 sequel. Her work helped turn films and shows like Beetlejuice, Home Alone, and Shet Craig into enduring cult classics. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
And now to the world of sports. Atletico Madrid has completed the signing of Nigerian international Ademola Lookman from Atlanta, with the forward committing to a 4-year deal that runs until 30th June 2030. The report.
According to a post on the club's official website on Monday, the 28-year-old joined the red and white side following an outstanding spell in Bergamo, where he re-established himself as one of Europe's most decisive attackers. Confirming the signing, Atlético Madrid said Atlético de Madrid and Atlanta have agreed on the transfer of Ademola Lookman, who has signed for them until 30th 2030. Leicester City has announced the signing of Joe Aribo on loan, strengthening their squad as they push forward in the season. According to Sky Sport on Monday, the Nigerian international joins the Foxes on temporary deal, with the club confirming the move on Monday. Aribo brings valuable Premier League and Championship experience, having previously featured for clubs including Southampton and Rangers. The 29-year-old Nigerian international arrived at King Power Stadium